All right, so I'm Tina Kadish, and I'm your host for tonight and every week. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm a business coach. We have somebody else coming in, another Texan girl. And I am a business coach, author, and speaker. And what I'm passionate about is helping women escape the 9 to 5 and become an entrepreneur, starting a successful business. And so I started this community about a year and a half ago. Hi, Chandra, good to have you back. Um, and I wanted to really create a community of women. And so I have Meetup, I have LinkedIn and Facebook where I promote these events. And every week we have different events. And tonight we're going to talk about aligning your passion with profits. Okay. You know, doing what we love to do, making money doing what we love to do. What a concept. Do you think you can do that? Do you think that you can make money living your passion? Who wants to tell me, like, what do you think? Because I get mixed responses to this.
Yes.
Yes. Who said yes? Yes. Marissa. Anybody else? Do you think that you can?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, just to give you a little bit of background of me, I was in the corporate world. I was laid off from the corporate world and found myself with uncertainty, not knowing what to do next. And then I started my business, and I started my business through networking, and Meetup was where I learned of a tool called the Passion Test that I help women discover their passions, because I feel that that is the first step in really living a life with passion, is knowing what you want to do. You know, what do you desire? What is your why? And so I help my clients really help figure that out. And as a business coach, I help you to start a successful business. So today, you know, I help you with that. That's what I do as a coach. So what I want to do, we have some new faces in the room, and would love to go around the room real briefly, where you're tuning in from, a little bit about where you are in your journey. And all of you are welcome to put your info in the chat. If you'd like to connect with each other, you can save the chat if you'd like for yourself as well. But just briefly, about a minute to just share a little bit about you. And for those of you that are new, never came here before, what brought you here today? Okay. All right. Take it away, Marissa.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Marissa Yates. I'm a photographer and a full-time social media manager. That's the corporate job I'm gonna get out of, is the full-time social media. I feel dead inside every day at work. And I'm actually working with Tina, and she's helping me to find my why, like she mentioned, because photography isn't really my thing. It's more like a fun thing. It's a hobby I'm good at and can make money off of, but my real, calling is something over here that I don't really know. I can't really put my finger on it or articulate it. And so that's where I'm at. I'm originally from Seattle, and now I live in Austin, Texas. So that's a bit about me.
Okay, great to have you here, Marissa. We had an amazing strategy session last week, and there were so many good things that came out of it, and some action steps that I gave Marissa. So don't know where she is in that, but Marissa, we'll see more coming from Marissa. All right, Taina, take it away.
Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Taina Boyer. I am originally from New York, born and raised, but I live in Charlotte, North Carolina with my husband and 2 boys. I come from the legal world. I think I'll go back eventually because I did go to law school. Just haven't been successful in passing my bar, but then I had the bright idea to start my own business for multiple reasons. So I did that back in April of this year. So I'm still kind of new to the game. Where I just kind of have an online boutique of just designs I've created and a little bit more to it, but of apparel and things of that nature, accessories, just to kind of motivate and uplift in this crazy dark world with so many things going on. And that's it, just trying to find my way with this new venture successfully.
Good.
And that's it.
Good, Taina. All right. Coach Toy, take it away.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Coach Toy, aka the No Sugarcoating Coach, and I'm so happy to see Tina. I believe in supporting as much as you can professionally, and that's why I'm on tonight as we try to support each other online in different events, including podcast shows. So yes, so, but to hear basically about me, I love it. It's you pronounce your name Taina, is that
Taina,
correct?
yeah.
Yes.
Tiina.
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to say there's a New Yorker in the house, another one. I'm Crown Heights, Brooklyn. So I always love it when there's somebody from New York. Yay.
I know.
You know, but I am currently based in the trees, as they call it in Atlanta. If you don't live in the city, you live somewhere out in the trees, and that's where I am currently based. I am a motivational speaker, HR consultant, primarily dealing with, matching major talent to major corporations, put it that way. But my passion is really to bring to audiences regarding resilience topics, career development, personal growth and development. Essentially, that's what I do for large and small audiences. So I'm just thankful to be here tonight to join the call.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I've been on her podcast a few times. She's talented. She really helps women, and love you. So thank you so much for coming. All right, Lisa, tell us a little bit about you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa Gray. I work with Marketing Online Specialist. And like Tina mentioned, I am friends with Madeline. She is my coach, and I'm working with her to build my confidence and to be able to really be able to speak to our clients for our company. So I help our clients with marketing consultation and marketing strategies.
Good.
So I can help maybe if it's a coach or whatever professional service to do their marketing. I am from Nairobi, Kenya, and I am here to connect with entrepreneurs and coaches and everyone just to really expand my network and get to really connect with you all. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa. So what brought you here today? Because it's your first time here.
Oh, yes. Like I said, I wanted to connect with you all. Also, I wanted to put my confidence to the test, and I hope I'm doing great.
You are. Yes, so Madeline, her coach, and I have been friends, and she's in Florida. And so Lisa is working with Madeline, and Madeline is a confidence coach. And that's what she helps, women to get their confidence, because a lot of times, we want to start a business, or wherever we are in life, in our careers, and we lack confidence. We have that, I call it the inner talk also, and that just stops us from really stepping into our greatness. We all have unique gifts and talents. I always tell everybody, but we're afraid. And a lot of times we don't believe in ourselves, and we lack that confidence, and we have that doubt. We fall in that trap of doubting ourselves and being judged by others. What will other people think if I do this? I know Marissa and we talked about this, being, you're isolated because you're the only one that wants to do it, and they think you're crazy, and so you're viewed differently. But that's okay, because you know what? They're not moving forward. You are, but it's not about them. It's about you. And you really want to follow your own passion. Okay. And stepping into that. Okay. All right. Radhika, tell us a little bit about you.
So I'm originally from Nepal, and I'm currently in New Jersey. It's been 5 years that I've come to United States. So I'm working as full-time application developer in one of the company here in New Jersey. But these days I'm feeling like lack of motivation to continue my job. I feel like there is something that I want to do, just trying to figure out and get inspired by other people. That's why I joined this meeting to hoping to get inspired and motivated.
Okay, so you want to get motivated, you want to get inspired, you're trying to figure things out, you're working right
Yeah.
now in a full-time job.
Yeah.
and you want to start a business. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, like something different, just not just 9 to 5 job, you know.
Okay, okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, you've got Coach Toy here who helps, okay, with career development, and she does a lot around resilience, like she said as well. So you've got some great people here, and you took the time, not the time only, but you took the initiative, and that takes courage to step here and come in a room with strangers. You know, you don't know each other.
Yeah. You know, like this is what I always wanted to do, just like, you know, go abroad, work for yourself, be independent. And I thought like that would make me happy, you know. And then I'm here now and I just feel like, you know, nothing, like it's not making me happy, you know.
Okay, well, being happy, yeah. So a lot of times, and we could have a whole conversation about what makes us happy, right?
Mhm.
It's all from within. What does make you happy? What drives you? Like no one else can make you happy.
Mhm.
Only you can make yourself happy. Okay.
Yeah.
What is it that you love to do? And this is where I help women find their why. Like, why are you doing what you're doing? Like, why are you where you are? You know, like I was in training and development. I got laid off. Then I went into a job because of fear. I started my business part-time and I was working full-time while building my business part-time. And I was in a job as a recruiter and I was burnt out. And in 2018, finally exited that. But it wasn't over. What didn't happen overnight. It was a process. But I
Yeah.
had a vision. So, you know, Mola, I'm all about finding your vision too. Like, what is your vision for yourself? Where do you see yourself going? You know, so that's very important. So I put my link in the chat to schedule a call. I always offer a 30-minute complimentary call. So for those of you that don't know me, let's get on a call, and so that I can learn more. If there's anything I can do to support you, if not, I can share some resources. But I would love to get on a call with you. So Radhika, Lisa, if you want, I know Taina, I know Marissa, and Chandra and I have known each other for a while, and Coach Toy, of course, we know each other. Chandra, why don't you share a little bit about you? You already put it in there about she's in the food industry. She's a food blogger. But Chandra, why don't you tell us a little bit more about you?
Yes, so my name is Chandra Thomas, and I have a Facebook page called Chandra's Food Adventures. I just dropped in the link if you want to follow Chandra's Food Adventures, and you can also join my email list. It's an Adventures Foodie Friend email list. You can also join my email list there as well. So what Chandra's Food Adventure entails is me going to different restaurants. And at home, I make my own dishes at home and then visit restaurants. And I couldn't think of anything right now. Those are the only two I have.
Uh-huh. Okay, good. And Chandra's been really doing a lot of live videos, stepping out of her comfort zone. She's been sending out emails because I'm on her list. And I have to tell you, I've known Chandra for a few years, right, Chandra? Or a year, maybe? I don't know.
A year.
A year, okay. And I just like, I've seen the growth with Chandra, okay, and what she's doing. And, you know, I applaud you, Chandra, because you've been looking for a job as well and building your business, okay? So I don't know if you're still in the search or if you got a job, but Chandra's trying to do both. Like most of us are. We're working a full-time job and we're building a business part-time, okay? Some people have just left and just say, I'm tired, I'm done, but they've created a cushion, they've created a plan. You don't just leave a job without a plan, okay? That's number one thing, and that's where I help you to create a plan, because you need a foundation. You need that so much. So how do we tap into our passion? Okay, there's two places that we come from, okay? We either come from a place of we despise something that we despise. It's a way of being, you're deeply, something that you despise, that you deeply wish that a place, okay, or a system or a way of being was different. So like Radhika, you were saying, you're not inspired, you're not motivated. So you're in this place that I'm not happy where I am.
Mhm.
I wish that things were differently, but I just don't know what to do.
What to do. Yes, exactly.
Okay. Because what happens is a lot of times we're trying to figure it out by ourselves. And we don't even know if we're doing it right. Right, Coach Toy? You're in the coaching, you're a coach as well. How many
Yeah.
times have you seen, because I see this too, you're trying to figure it out on your own.
Mhm.
And then it's taking you longer to get to where you want, when
Yes.
they could have cut the time and work with someone. And so you're probably thinking, well, how can I work with someone? I'm not making money. Right? Is that a common thing? I'm not making
Mhm.
Very
money.
common.
I'm not making money. So why am I going to pay someone? Okay. Here's the thing, because I've been there. If you want something bad enough, you're going to find a way. You'll find a way. Okay. How bad do you really want to change what you despise right now? Wherever you are right now, if you're not happy where you are, then do something to change it. Even if it's one little thing, it could be one little thing. Okay. I'm not saying to quit your job, make that the one thing. Okay. Because then, you need to start a business, but you need to start getting clients. You need to know what to do. You need to have a system. You need to have processes. You need to have a plan. I mean, you need a process. Don't just do that. Okay. So don't just say, well, I want to start a business. I think I'm going to do it. And now then you find yourself, oh my God, what do I do next? I never recommend that unless you really got a lot of money and you've got some cushion, then you can, and some people do. Some people have enough money that they can say, okay, I have about 3 or 4 months, enough funds, and I have that amount of time and I'm going to make it work. I'm going to make it work. Okay. So think about that, if you are in that place of despising, or you're in that place of joy, being joyous, what lights you up? And it could be anything. So you really tap into what lights you up that you want to go towards. Okay. That's how you tap into your passion. But these two things are the catalyst for passion. Okay. This is really what it is. This is the ignition you need to do it. Okay. And it's within us. We all have passion. Now, I've had women tell me, yes, I can't follow my passion. I'm not going to make money. There was a woman that I had, that I knew in my corporate world. She was an accounts payable, hated her job. And she worked with me at the job where I'm no longer, and hated it. Like every day, hated her job, like despised it. Guys, women, life is too short. Okay. You may need the money, but go find another career that you're going to be happy in a company. But don't go every day in the same place and despise where you are. Go find a job that you can be happy. Okay. So what she discovered when we worked together, she discovered that she really loved to bake. Loved to bake. And she said, but I want to really open up a bakery, but I don't have the money to open up a bakery. She was already projecting out there that she could never open up a bakery. I said, well, let me ask you a question. What can you do in the meantime? Following your passion for baking, how can you fuel your soul? What can you do right now? So she started baking for her family and friends. She started doing some events, parties, things like that on the side while working in her hateful job. Okay. That fueled her passion. Okay. Now I have, I'm not connected with her now. We kind of lost touch, but she was happier knowing that she was at least doing something that she was passionate about. So really look at that. And I want you to ask yourself 2 questions. Okay. Ask yourself if the thing that you've discovered that lights you up, okay, is something that you could still talk about 10 years from now and still be excited about it. Okay. That's an example that you're passionate. Like, what is it that fuels you up? Okay. So if the answer is yes to that, then this possibly could be your passion. Okay. But also ask yourself, how does taking this out to the world, out there, offering it, okay, solve a problem for people? Because this is the thing. We all have our passions. We want, we have things that light us up, okay, and that we want to still be with. We still envision ourselves being there in 10 years from now or more. Is it something that people need? And this is where your research comes in too. You want to do your research. You want to see what is out there, okay, and what you want to do. Is, what is the competition? So you got to do your research. Don't just say, okay, I'm going to do this, even though it lights you up. But you also want to do, I believe in doing your due diligence, doing your research, seeing what's out there, if it's something that really, taps into your passion, okay? And are people willing to buy it? Because this is the thing. Are people willing to buy? Are you solving a problem? Coach Toy, she solves a problem. What is the problem that you solve for your clients, Coach Toy? Would you like to share to the group?
Yeah, well, on two fronts, essentially help you discover. I love that word, discover.
Yep, me too.
That's why we have discovery calls or complimentary calls. So right back to your point about, we say, well, now I have to pay somebody. Well, not at first necessarily. So take advantage of coaches and mentors like Tina and myself, who really will sit down with you for an amount of time to just really get you on the first page. And then you can go further after that. But initially, what I do is try to help you both navigate your career and or your life skills journey. And your career spilling right over into entrepreneurship, that's a whole nother ball game. But you have to think about all of the tools that you have already. And that's what I try to bring to light. Look at what you already done. And believe it or not, sometimes the very thing that you've already done and you say, like that anymore, and I'm on this job and I just don't like it. Well, what I say is, always be able to take something from it. There are a lot of things we don't like, but find something that you can take from that. And as an example, I just want to say one thing and let somebody else speak. And that is, and I want to pronounce your name right. Say it for me again. Taina, because it's two eyes. I've never seen that. It's a beautiful.
My dad called himself being unique, but it's like a hyena, but just with a T, tiny.
With the T, I got you. Because they pronounce my name Toye, depending on where people are from. But at any rate, it's essentially if you were in the legal field or still in the legal field, you have that legal background, but maybe you're tired of just doing that. But you can't remove that knowledge. So you can move that into a different direction. There are a lot of people right now that are having so many legality issues going on globally, and maybe you can tap into that, including virtually. So I say, even at a bare minimum, somebody just needs to say, well, I have this going on, but I just need a little bit of legal help. Everybody's always looking for a lawyer. I have a lawyer in my family, and she just happened to be going to North Carolina. So I thought about it when you said you live in North Carolina, but you're from New York. That's how my family is right now. So, but that's something that you don't, you work too hard to gain all of that knowledge. So put it to good use. It doesn't have to be exactly in the same format that you were doing before. So that's one thing. And then the other thing I wanted to, just one person is Radhika. Yes, Rahika. When Coach Tina was telling us, and we were listening to you, and you talked about, I just don't know, I'm kind of like, I'm here and now I'm in New Jersey and I'm 5 years and I'm this and that, and you just feel like nothing's happening. But I can tell you, as soon as you said it, I would want you to go back, think about what you said. Nothing is really happening for me, to me, what have you, business-wise or entrepreneurship. Well, it actually is happening, because for someone, if you said, well, I've been in a place for 5 years, that's a lengthy amount of time to absorb whatever's going on around you and looking at what other people are doing. If you love something, say in the medical field or whatever it is, this may be that time to say, wait a minute, I can start, even if it's entry level, right? Again, everything is so much virtual now. We're looking for virtual assistants, whether that's from the legal side, you can be a virtual assistant, whether it's from the medical side, I mean, whatever it is. And then you just, eventually you will break out with Coach Tina, the business coach, right? Because she really delves into that. And that's just something that you got to tap into it. But there's never anything where you say, well, I'm doing nothing, I have nothing, I'm not doing. No, no, no. First, it starts in the mindset. Your mindset, that's where it starts. Because when you say nothing or you do nothing, then what happens? You become almost nothing, or you're numb to the goodness that's waiting on you. So that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you so much. And, be aware of the words that you say to yourself. Nothing is happening to me. I'm not going anywhere. Those words you're saying, believe it or not, you're attracting what you're saying. So be very mindful of the words that you're saying to yourself, that negative self-talk, okay? Because it is so important. And, we might do a talk on this going forward, because I think that this is a very common thing. People, the negative self-talk is so important, and it stops us. It stops us from tapping into our passion. And you think it's going to help you make money? No, it's not, because you're stopping yourself. The only person that's stopping you is you. It really is. But then we always put it out on someone else, making excuses somewhere else. But when we got to really look inward, okay? And so we talked about, who's willing to buy from you, what problem are you solving? Yes, shifting your mindset to positivity. Absolutely, Lisa. It is so important. How are we shifting our mindset every day? Okay. And here's the thing too. So you've tapped into your passion, you figured out what you want to do, you figured out, there's a need for what you have to offer. And then you want to price it. It's all about what? Creating a pricing. Okay. You want to determine what the pricing will be. Okay. And that people are going to pay you. Okay. And what you're worth. And I go into this with my clients about what is your value, your unique value proposition. Okay. And we all have value to offer. Okay. So this is based on the transformation that people go through by working with you. What is that transformation that people will get? Okay. I know Chandra, people love food. She makes them happy with the food that she's cooking. She's educating them on the foods. Okay. Marissa with the photography, she takes beautiful photos. It's helping people. Okay. And she does photo shoots. All right. But it makes people feel good about themselves. Because when they look, I know myself, when I've had photo shoots, I feel really good, because I said, whoa, is that really me? And you just really make people feel good. Taina, with all that, motivational things that you do, your apparel, all people need positivity. Okay, Radhika, you're trying to figure it out. Lisa, you're in the marketing. What led you to go into that field? If you don't mind me asking.
So I didn't start with a 9 to 5. I couldn't find a job at the time.
Okay.
So I was at my parents, so I wasn't paying any rent. So
okay.
I went online and I studied a course with digital marketing.
Okay.
So
good.
from then on, I just continued to study until
And
now.
be on your own. Awesome. Well, that's really good. So that takes a lot of courage. So this is the thing. So when these things are aligned, then it's time to take it to the streets, I call it. Take it out to the market. Okay. And this is where your action comes into place. Because we could have these ideas, we know our passion, we know what the problem will be that we solve, we know who the people are that need it, we know how to price it, okay, that transformation that people, will have from us. But I always say this, it amazes to me, people just don't do things. They don't take action. Okay. If you don't take action, do you think anything's going to change? No.
Nope.
No. So even if it's one little thing, even if it's, like Radhika, you're still in the exploratory stage. You're trying to figure things out. What is motivating you, what is inspiring you. And this is where tapping into your passion is so important. And one of the tools that I use is the passion test, really help you to discover your passions, because that is the clarity, because we don't have the clarity. And so that's where you are right now, Radhika, is that lack of clarity that you need. Okay. And that's so important. So I definitely, want you to jump on a call with me. But in order to make money, align passion with profit is you take your passion. What do you love to do? Where do you see yourself? Who are the people? And how are you marketing it? How are you pricing yourself? Lisa knows marketing. Okay. This is how you're going to make money. This is where your profits. Okay. Because it's aligned with your passion. If you're not, even as a business owner, if you're not doing what you love to do and you don't see that people need it, people not buying from you, then it's time to find another business. Okay. That is so important. And I see people that, I'll give you a perfect example. Taina, you've been in the legal field. I have met lawyers that are so unhappy being a lawyer, and they have invested so much money and they end up quitting and they go start a new career. They totally pivot into a whole new direction and they leave that behind. And I think what happens is, and this goes back to, I think in the high school, I don't think there's enough resources to help students figure out what they want to do early on. And they might be pushed in a field by their family or whatever, and they make decisions, but they're not really making decisions for themselves. And they're just kind of pushed in that direction, like, right, Marissa? Yeah. And, like you're told, you got to be a doctor, you got to be a lawyer, you're going to make a lot of money if you're a doctor or a lawyer. Oh, you got to do, why? But is that what you love to do? Is that your passion? The money will come when you're following your passion. Okay. Any questions and anything tonight? Because we're coming to the end of our session tonight. I hope that this was helpful. Is there any question you have that you want to share
I just have
tonight?
a quick statement.
Go ahead, Taina.
Because I didn't want to go behind you. While I understood what you said, on the flip side of that, I went to law school because it's a passion of mine. It's something I've wanted to do.
Awesome.
In sixth grade. Now, obviously, I didn't have a full understanding then, but once I got into college, and then there's different things, because I'm a spiritual person, that aligned from there on out. There was different ways that God was showing me it was what I was supposed to do, and I have a love for it. So that's why I said I'm going to go back to it as well.
Good.
Because, we have different passions and different gifts, not just one.
Right. No, absolutely. And I'm glad that you said that, because I wanted to be a paralegal. I worked as a legal secretary. I was working in a law firm years and years ago, and I wanted to go and be a paralegal. And then I realized I didn't love it. I didn't want to do it. And I'm so glad that I did not go in that direction to be a paralegal, because I got a good feeling as a legal secretary what was needed. And I just I didn't see myself doing that. And thank God I didn't go in that direction. So I am really happy, Taina, that you love that, because I've met some women and men that are not happy, and they're a lawyer, and they're just doing it now because now they're saying, oh, I'm too old. I've got so much invested. I've spent so much money. I just can't make a change right now. It's never too late. It is never too late to make a change. But I'm happy that you love and that's your passion. Wow, since sixth grade, you knew that's what you wanted to do?
Oh yeah, and it never changed. And like I said, things just showed me from there. And the more classes I took, the more I loved it. And didn't have any whole law school experience. I think once you go to law school, because that's one of the biggest obstacles of life, if that doesn't change your mind, I don't think anything could change your mind after that.
That's
and that
really
passion
awesome.
does have to be there for sure for it, because it's no easy feat to get out there and practice.
That's good. Well, one thing I got to say for myself, although I didn't go to law school, I didn't go to paralegal school, but I could present a good argument, and I could really people say, God, you should have been a lawyer. I'm like, nah, I'm happy where I am right now, but I could present a good argument to people. Yeah, so I'm very confident in that, but no passion to go to law school. Well, I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me stop the recording, but I so appreciate all of you for coming tonight, and we'll see you next week